It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Wednesday, the 15th of June. I'm Michael Groff. Welcome to the start of monsoon season as defined by the National Weather Service. Of course, all we're going to see is dry conditions, temperatures close to average today, and the heat comes in tomorrow, but a bit of moisture will be in here for Friday, and especially on Saturday, as we do have at least a chance of showers and thunderstorms over a good portion of the state. Question is, will we see anything here in the valley? And what about the weather for next week? Do we have additional rain chances to talk about? Well, let's get into it here, taking a look at the almanac from yesterday. 105 degrees, the high temperature at Sky Harbor, the morning low 82, the normal high 104, the normal low 78. And as we look outside right now at 12:05 p.m., sunny sky across the valley. And how about 99 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 38, relative humidity 12%. The winds are light and the barometer is falling. The weather pattern across the country features a big ridge over the southeast U.S. that's trying to expand toward the west across the southern tier of the United States, and those upper heights are climbing here in the southwest, and so that means temperatures will be warming up. That big trough that brought down the slightly cooler temperatures for us and much cooler conditions for the Intermountain West and the northwestern states, that's now over the northern plain states, creating quite a bit of action up that way. Check it out. This is the watch warning map here. We've got heat as the big story over a good portion of the eastern half of the nation, from Chicago to Detroit, Indianapolis, Cleveland, all the way down to the Gulf Coast. Those are excessive heat warnings and heat advisories. And so the hot temperatures ongoing there. Of course, here in Phoenix, we have an excessive heat warning in effect for tomorrow from 10 a.m. through 8 p.m., and then luckily the heat should abate at least a little bit for Friday and into the weekend. All right, the convective outlook for today, we've got that moderate risk of severe storms with that trough in the northern plain states over a portion of Wisconsin for places like Appleton, Madison, up toward Green Bay. And then you've got a risk of severe storms over much of the Great Lakes states, the western Great Lakes there, and then that big swath of severe storms possible from the Gulf Coast all the way up into portions of western New York State. All right, here's a look at precipitation. This is valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, maybe as much as 1/10 of an inch. Could see a bit more, though, anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 inch over the eastern portion of the state, and isolated locations may see even more than that, as there is still some degree of uncertainty with this upcoming event that we'll talk about right now as we get to the models. Have a look at it. This is the GFS. It's the 12Z run, and this is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. All right, ridge over the southeast U.S. There's our big trough over the northern tier states, and that ridge is trying to expand here into the southwest. The upper heights are going to start to rise. So what it means for us down at the surface today, sunny sky, temperatures pretty close to seasonal averages. We're going with highs 102 to 106. Tonight, clear sky, dry air, overnight lows in the 70s to low 80s. And then tomorrow, yeah, here comes the heat. Sunny, hot, highs 109 to 112. This should be the hottest day of the forecast period. And we see that ridge across the southeast expanding here toward the greater southwestern United States. But as we go to Friday, here comes the advertised change in the weather pattern. We've been talking about this for a while. That big ridge expands across parts of the plain states and into the southwest further. Meanwhile, we've got an unusually strong upper low for this time of year off of the west coast, associated trough digging there. And so Arizona is going to be put between these two systems. A deeper southerly flow starts to develop. We have our hurricane that's down there to the south of us off of the Mexican coast. And so that could provide additional tropical moisture to begin to flow northward here. And so widely scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible over the east, central, and southeastern portion of the state as early as the midday hours on Friday. And then by Friday night, a slight chance that those storms might rumble into the south central deserts, including Phoenix. And Friday should also produce, with increased moisture and cloud cover, at least slightly lower temperatures. I'd say highs somewhere between about 106 to 109 for us here in Phoenix. On Saturday, this is still our best opportunity for seeing rain across the state, including here in the valley. We have our ridge to the east, our upper low and trough to the west, moving a little bit closer to us. So a bit more dynamic lift in place. That tropical moisture flows northward, but this is still kind of a complicated forecast, as I do believe the deeper moisture will be over the eastern half of the state, and Phoenix probably right on the edge of that deeper moisture and dynamic support. So we're going to have a chance of showers and thunderstorms in here, partly sunny sky for Saturday. Storms will be random and scattered in nature, at least over the eastern half to eastern 2/3 of the state. Question is, will we see anything here in Phoenix? And I think there's at least that 40% chance. And if we do see any thunderstorm activity, yeah, those storms could be on the strong side. We could see some gusty winds, some blowing dust, some heavy rain, maybe even small hail with the strongest storms. And not everybody's going to get wet in all probability, but at least it's a chance that we finally end this streak of dry weather. The last time it rained here in Phoenix was on March 29th, and we've only had 55/100ths of an inch of rain for the entire year so far. So we really could use this rain, and Saturday is our best opportunity. And with the increased cloud cover and higher humidity levels and rain chances around, high temperatures will fall back to the upper 90s to around 102. So we are likely to be below normal temperature-wise on Saturday, but you really won't notice with those higher humidity levels. Now by Sunday, that aforementioned trough off of the west coast is going to begin to lift off to the northeast. Maybe a second wave or second piece of it will swing around too, but ultimately the flow aloft here over Arizona starts to turn more out of the southwest, so that moisture gets pushed further to the east. I doubt we'll see any rain chances in Phoenix on Sunday. The chance is not mathematically zero, but it's very low. And so the better concentration of showers and storms will be over the eastern rim, the eastern mountains, the southeastern portion of the state. High temperatures still maybe a degree or 3 below average for Sunday, highs upper 90s to around 104. Now, as we go to next week, the forecast will get kind of interesting here. That trough is going to continue to lift out north of Arizona, so we will still have a west or southwesterly component to our winds here. But the moisture really doesn't get pushed all that far away from us. So if we do manage to get a ridge building back in or some force that would happen to turn the winds back out of the southeast, the moisture would pretty freely move back in here. But Monday looks to be a dry day for us. High temperatures pretty close to seasonal averages. By Tuesday, a ridge is expanding once again over the southern plains and back toward the southwest. And indeed, at least the GFS getting kind of aggressive at taking that moisture and turning winds aloft out of the southeast and pushing it back in Arizona. Scattered showers and thunderstorms would be coming in. And if this run of the GFS and some of our previous runs of this deterministic model do indeed come to fruition, yeah, we might have to reintroduce rain chances back into the forecast here as early as next Tuesday. And we have seen this advertised. We were talking about this yesterday as well. Now, here's a week from today. This is Wednesday, the 22nd. Again, ridging over the southern tier of the United States and expanding westward. And so a pretty good south-southeasterly flow here. So if that's true, scattered afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms, most numerous over the mountains, but some of those could drift into the lower desert. So we could see some rain chances here. But again, this is a week out, so things can still change, but it is looking somewhat optimistic. Now, the one caveat to this is that with the ridge expanding back in here, temperatures are going to warm up. So I'd say afternoon highs probably somewhere between 105 to 110 for us in the lower deserts. Now, as we go out 10 days, this is Friday, the 24th. And again, we've got ridging somewhere to the east of us, and things get a little bit more murky forecast-wise, but we still could see some moisture around for at least widely scattered, late afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. All right, as we take a look at rainfall for Phoenix, this is coming off of the GFS ensemble. This goes out through the 29th of June, and the ensemble mean is still up there around 1/3 of an inch, and basically every member does show at least some measurable rain, even if it is just 1/100th of an inch. The model spread pretty good here, although we don't see quite as many of the ridiculous outcomes, the 3-inch kind of range that we were seeing on some of our previous ensemble data, but still pretty good chance that we're going to see measurable rain over the next 2 weeks, and that is a good thing. All right, as we check out temperatures off the national blend of models, 112 tomorrow, and then temperatures will lower this weekend, maybe even a little lower than what's shown here if we get more clouds and even some precipitation around. And then we will warm it up at some point next week with that ridge building back in, but with that possibility of afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. All right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning, along with a programming announcement that I'll share with you. And if you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. Music fans, do check it out. It's my streaming station. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music, have a lot of fun while doing that. It is myself and the one and only Michelle involved in the programming and operation of that station. And I think she's getting her rain dance shoes on, and if that's the case, yeah, we can almost bank on it for sure. Rain is coming. All right, thank you so much for watching. All of your continued support, it is greatly appreciated. You guys be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated out there, and have yourselves an epic Wednesday.